Have you ever had one of those periods in your life where you feel like absolutely nothing is happening? You're waking up every day, you're doing the same things, and you're just thinking, is this really my life right now? And the worst part is that it feels like everybody around you is moving forward. Someone is getting a job, someone is graduating, someone is moving out, someone is traveling, and someone is getting married, and you're just still here. And if you're living with your parents, it can make that feeling even stronger because you start wondering, when am I actually going to have my own life? And I want to talk about that because I think that we don't talk about it enough. I think one of the hardest things isn't necessarily where you are, it's where you thought you would have been by now. You had this idea of what your life was going to look like at a certain age, and then you get there and you just realize it doesn't look anything like that. And it's really easy to interpret that as failure, but something I've been trying to remind myself is that being in a slow season does not mean your life isn't moving. And let's talk about living with your parents, because I think there's this weird pressure that once you reach a certain age, you're supposed to have your own place, your own money, your own car, your career figured out. And if you don't have those things yet, you can start feeling like you're failing at adulthood. But everyone's circumstances are different. Living with your parents does not automatically mean you are unsuccessful. It does not mean you're lazy, and it's for sure does not mean that this is where you're going to stay forever. I think the important thing is asking yourself, what can I do from where I am right now to move myself forward? There's so much healthier things that you can try to motivate yourself with other than thinking that you need to move out immediately. There's no pressure. Life is not a race, it is not a marathon. Just work at your own pace and everything will eventually work out. And social media makes this so much worse. You can open your phone for 5 minutes and you see somebody your age buying a house, traveling, getting their dream job, starting a business, and suddenly you're questioning everything about your own life. But you're comparing your entire life to somebody else's highlight reel. You don't know what their journey looked like before that picture, and they don't know what yours looked like either. Stop trying to fix your entire life at once. You don't need to figure out the next 10 years. You might just need to figure out what you can do this week. Pick one area to work on. For example, finding work, studying, saving money, learning a skill, creating content, getting your routine together, applying for opportunities, building your confidence. Pick one thing, not 10 things, just one thing. Give yourself something to work towards it. Sometimes feeling stuck gets worse when every day feels exactly the same. Give yourself something small to look forward to. Don't wait until you feel motivated. You might not wake up one morning suddenly feeling inspired and ready to change your life. Sometimes you start first and the motivation comes later. And if you're watching this and you're genuinely having a really difficult time emotionally, I don't want to just tell you be positive. Sometimes you really are struggling, and pretending everything is fine does not help. Talk to someone you trust, give yourself some support, and if these feelings are becoming overwhelming or affecting your everyday life, getting help from a mental health professional is completely okay. You do not have to diagnose yourself as depressed because you're feeling stuck or alone.